Feel your heartbeat. Feel the heartbeat of those around you and of the earth. Feel the heartbeat of the universe coming through you. I'm a guardian of a place and time. The threshold I tend is the space between today and 7 generations in the future, about 200 years. And I invite you to become a guardian of this space too. From here, if we listen carefully, we can hear our descendants calling to us, asking, what kind of earth will you leave so that we can exist? What is your legacy? I hear a lot of talk about how the earth is in trouble and she's going down. But I don't believe that. I think humanity's in trouble. And I think that the earth will still be there no matter what we do to her. But will we? That's the question. It's true, and we've seen it here today. Our land, air, and water pollution are reaching alarming proportions. Species are dying off in massive numbers. Our human population is soaring. And every day, we feel the impacts of this in the very fabric of our communities and our personal lives. It could be a time of overwhelming despair, but I don't feel that at all. I feel hope. Because what a great time to be alive. We have so many opportunities to make positive change every single day. And just seeing you all here and present and alive and aware gives me more hope. I'm talking about radical self-care and preservation here. Because what we're doing to the earth, we are doing to ourselves. We're not separate. We're all part of this one amazingly interdependent and miraculous web of life. And we've all been part of damaging that web. And we can all be part of reweaving it. Personally, I've always felt very close to the web of life and very much a part of it. But that deepened immensely when 2 things happened that changed my life. First, I witnessed a 7-year-old boy who was unable to climb through a simple 3-rail fence like this, even after he saw me pass through it. Why? Well, he lives in the city. He rarely goes outside to play. When he does have free time, he spends it playing video games and the Wii. His brain has not made the connections between right and left hemisphere that allow him to negotiate a simple obstacle like this fence. This is called nature deficit disorder, and it's on the rise throughout the world. And what really frightens me about this is that, to me, this feels like the actual unweaving and unraveling of the web. I don't want this for future generations. That's not the legacy I want to leave. Do you? The second thing that happened that changed my life was a few years ago when I was working on wilderness preservation. And we were trying to protect the last pristine wild areas in and around the central Colorado Rockies. I was also caretaking my mother, who suffers from Alzheimer's, and that's why she's not here tonight. I thought it'd be great to show her one of these beautiful areas. So I trundle her up, and into the car we go. And we're bouncing up this rugged mountain road. And true to her condition, she asked me repeatedly, where are we going, and what are you doing in your life? And I tell her about my work to protect these lands and how quickly they're disappearing and how disconnected so many people seem to be from the importance and the value of protecting these wild habitats. And then a few minutes later, she'd ask me again, where are we going? What are you doing? And I'd tell her again. And so off we go, up the mountain, and nature puts on the full-on summer display for this duo of mother-daughter adventurers. We see a deer, a doe, and her spotted fawn. We see a mother bear and 2 cubs feeding by a little pond. Eagles are circling overhead. It's a blue sky day, and wildflowers are blooming everywhere. And finally, we just have to get out and get into it. So I pull over, and I help Mom into this vast meadow of wildflowers. And we stand there, breathing in the beauty and the aliveness and the vibrancy of this mountain place. And Mom does a 360-degree turn and takes in the entire vista. And then she comes back and looks at me, and an amazing, miraculous thing happens. The fog of her Alzheimer's lifts, and she looks at me with lucid clarity that I haven't seen in years. And her eyes are bright, these eyes of my childhood. The eyes that gave me my wisdom, my voice, my courage. And she looks at me and she takes my hands. And she says in a very powerful voice that surprised me, "Oh, honey, you have to save this place." And in that moment, not only was I reconnected to my own mother, but also to the meadow, to the flowers, to the insects, to all the animals we had seen on the way up, to the little boy who couldn't climb through a fence, to every being on the planet, and to the entire web of life. And I understood deeply my responsibility to this web. It was like the earth was speaking through my mom. You have to save this place. After that day, my life changed dramatically. I understood that healing happens when we deeply connect to the natural world. We can't heal the earth until we heal ourselves. And we heal ourselves by deeply connecting to the natural world. And so the energy goes in a circular motion like this. And it's always there and available to us. The key to accessing this symbiotic mutual healing is unlocking our feminine power. This is not territory exclusive to women, by the way. We all have feminine power. And this is what the earth is craving right now. She wants to be nurtured, healed, asked permission of, respected, treated with love and compassion. And don't each of us want the same thing? So I began creating programs for women and girls, reconnecting their mind, body, and spirit through deep explorations in nature. And it's powerful work. And as I dove into it, I found that it's even more powerful when we are doing it in community. That somehow compounds the transformation when we share it. It's really great. So we take girls and women, we meet in circles, we go out in the woods, we go outward to go deeply inward. And it's magical work. And we go hiking. We're reminded to be still, to listen, to wander and wonder, and to connect to that energy that's flowing all the time from the natural world, and to draw from it when we need it. The river teaches us to stay in balance and in flow on our journey, and gives us opportunities to eddy out and rest. A granite rock wall presents us with an obstacle, and we learn to climb up and over it, calling on our inner resources, calling on our self-confidence and our self-trust. All of these add to and feed and ignite our feminine power. Since that day on the mountain with my mom, I have been honored to witness so many, many transformative moments when women and girls tap into their feminine power and into the natural world. So I invite you to unwrap your feminine being. Tap into your gifts and your talents. Step up, be brave, use your voice, courage, and step into your role as a guardian between now and future generations. This is our destiny. It's why we're here at this place and time in history. We can be the healing pulse in the heartbeat of the universe.